How's it going, everybody? Texas Man here. I hope you guys are all having a great day. Please give this video a thumbs up if you guys really enjoy it. Subscribe if you guys have not already. Also, please do me the biggest favor of all. Hit the bell notification button so you guys don't miss out on future videos or streams here on my channel. Also, make sure to head over to Twitch. Follow me there at Douglas447. I stream there at least once a week, whether it be for Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo, Destiny, or anything else you guys want me to stream. If you guys have any movies you guys want me to watch and review here on my channel, please let me know in the comments section, whether they be on Disney Plus, Google Play, or on Blu-ray. And as always, we're going to talk about positives and negatives. We're going to be talking about the film Mary Poppins Returns from 2018. This movie is rated PG. It's about 2 hours and 19 minutes long. And we're going to talk about positives and negatives. So first of all, I think Emily Blunt being cast as Mary Poppins was a great casting choice. Really amazing. You honestly forget that Emily Blunt is in the film and that she's basically playing a older Mary Poppins. Let me put that in quotation marks because Mary Poppins doesn't age, even though it's played by a different actor compared to the 1964 classic. So basically, this is a sequel to the 1964 classic. I don't want to dive into too many spoilers. I want you guys to have a chance to watch this movie, considering at the time we're recording this video, this film's only like 3-4 years old. A lot of people probably didn't have a chance to go see it in theaters because there were so many other things that honestly were much better to go see at the time when this film was released in 2018. This is a really good sequel to the 1964 classic. I love seeing Meryl Streep and Dick Van Dyke returning in this film as well. This film is going to keep nostalgic fans happy. I never really was a big, true diehard fan of Mary Poppins when I was growing up and watching Disney films. I thought Mary Poppins was really bizarre. It had this unique, fantasy element to it. But even when I was younger, when I was 8-10 years old watching this film, I always thought that there was something weird, mysterious, and that just didn't make any sense. And those weird, mysterious doesn't make any sense. There's things that have no answers to a lot of my questions. They still remain in this film. With that being said, it still is going to be making fans happy. I'm not a true fan of Mary Poppins. I enjoy it for what it is, and this film is still serviceable and will make anybody that watches the film happy. I had a fun time watching this film. It does play tribute a lot to the original. This is a really great fantasy film. There's a lot of good musical numbers in here that I really enjoyed, and I'll be honest, it's going to make both younger and older audience members happy. If you like the original, this sequel is just going to make you happy. It's happy, happy, happy. Happy, 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 happy. You're going to be happy when you see this movie. Okay, I'm done. Honestly, guys, if you have a chance to get Disney Plus, this is one of the films that I would encourage you to at least watch once, just to say that you've seen it, even if you're not 100% diehard set on seeing it. Just watch it once. Of course, you can get it on other outlets other than Disney Plus. The musical moments were outstanding, 10 out of 10. Great humor throughout. I laughed constantly throughout the movie. Even though I am an older person, I'm 26, 27 almost at the time of recording this video, I still love the magical elements of this film. Mary Poppins' cousin, played by Meryl Streep, was a really cool, unique character. I love how in this film there's this singing carnival scene, and it's like this mirror world of what's really happening in the real world, and I thought that was really cool. And the dance choreography in this film was just top notch. However, there are some negatives that I have to discuss because Disney and their lack of originality, it would seem still, unless it's, Frozen. Jeez. So, first of all, this film requires, a lot of knowledge of the original film's characters and plot. I'd say about 9 times out of 10. If you haven't seen the original, I would encourage you to watch the original for a refresh before seeing the sequel, because this film is definitely, a true sequel. If you haven't seen the original, you're not going to understand this film most of the time. You're not going to understand characters, motivations, their plot, their arcs, people that are dead now. You're not going to understand let alone probably appreciate what's happening on screen. Also, unfortunately, the plot and the characters, 8 times out of 10, is nearly identical to what they did in the original. This film lacks a lot of original concepts. This film, unfortunately, it feels like a very bare bones film. This is nearly a carbon copy of the 1964 classic. Like, if you've seen the original and then you see this film, they're almost the identical film. Like, they just took the skeleton of the original, tried to update it, put some new twists and turns in it, and call it a new movie. And call it a sequel at that. And it just bleeds through to the fact that this isn't really original. I'm sorry, but it's not. I don't understand why this movie was made except to, print out money. Mary Poppins as a character remains a mystery. Like, where she lives remains a mystery. Also, I think it's really weird that she's like, "Oh, I'm here to save the Banks family again." Like, is she the Banks fairy godmother? Like, does she just guard the Banks family when they're in desperate times, desperate measures? And yet she has it in her, I don't know, job description that once she's done with the bank, she goes to a different family, yet we've never seen her with another family. Like, I would like to see Mary Poppins try to be the fairy godmother to a different family besides the Banks family. Like, I don't understand that. Also, Mary Poppins returns because a kite nearly kills one of the Banks kids. It's just how she comes back and why she comes back is kind of bonkers. And it really, you don't get sold on why she's back. And then lastly, there's this Dark Abbey scene where Mary Poppins and the Banks kids, they're going to see Mary Poppins' cousin. And they're in this Dark Abbey scene, and I'm just, my mind immediately switched off to being inside of the Harry Potter universe. Like, if you've seen this movie and you've seen Harry Potter, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Guys, Mary Poppins Returns. It's a really okay film. I had a lot of time to think about this film and process it. And it's a happy film, but unfortunately it lacks a lot of originality, which is why I have to give Mary Poppins Returns a 7 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know, do you guys agree or disagree with me on what I've talked about here for Mary Poppins Return? Have you guys seen the movie? Are you guys going to watch it at any time? Let me know in the comments section, and you guys have a good one. Bye, guys.